through history, there appears to be a biological need for man to have a scapegoat. People love to hate. They only need one scapegoat because it's a way of projecting out their own guilt and shame. Everybody feels guilt and shame. And if they can project that out onto another person or group, it's relieving. A biological need, a safety net, a safety valve, in other words. And it's very mean-spirited and allows the culprits to go free because they have a scapegoat. It's a way of expelling guilt. When God reveals these truths about human nature, about who they are, He simultaneously tells you who you are. The more you separate out from false accusations, times when a group has come against you or sided against you, you know how that feels? That tells you who you are. The most intelligent people are sided against. Discoverers, path breakers, forerunners, we're all hated at first. Anybody who breaks the mold, anybody who comes against the grain is going to be hated. That's the way it is. Until after the discovery is made and then they say, oh yeah, well I always thought that anyway. That makes sense. After it is proven, they all switch. That is the human race. Pretty disgusting. When people come against you and expose your weakness, it's actually your divine assignment. That's the way it works. It's very subtle. They come against you in innuendo, but you see, you have to be squeezed out of the group. You have to be wholly separated, and then that becomes your divine assignment. If you cannot suicide over it, or drink over it, or fall into your bag, or sink in your swill, you will catapult up. That's the way it works. They will always hate the discoverer, the great person, the forerunner. But you have to stand strong and go on to your destiny. All great people were mocked and laughed at, if not scorned, if not outright hated, ran out of town, hung. You see, that is the hurdle we have to get over, is if you are going to speak the truth, and it's darn hard, because the group wants you to think like it. That is their comfort zone. That makes them happy. But when you flip the switch, when you come against them by speaking the truth, there's going to be a reverberation. Okay, very few people can take it. Can you take it? You have to get over that to make the discovery. And then afterwards they all say, oh yeah, I always thought that. Yeah, of course that's true. After the discovery is made, it's obvious to everybody. But before the discovery is made and proven, everybody fights it. That alone should show you how the human race thinks. It's just a flock of birds flying in perfect unison. Nobody questioning the flight pattern. It's just everybody else is doing it. It's the same thing, a bunch of lemmings going over the cliff. If it weren't for intelligent people and discoverers, the human race would go down into the gutter. The intelligent person holds them up in constant evolution of thought. But that one person with that divine destiny, the hero's path, has that hurdle to get over. Knowing it helps a lot. To just stand strong, let them laugh at you, let them mock you, and go forward. I went through incredible things with people. Listen to what I wrote in my journal. Destined for spiritual authority, birthed in affliction, Power is birthed into pain. Everything you endured was actually God qualifying you for a platform higher than you can ever imagine. I saw it coming. I always felt it. I endured incredible things. Like living in a tiny, dusty cabin built in 1930, a shack almost falling over. I didn't care because I saw the future. And that's what you have to do. No matter what, realize it's just a test. It's testing your strength, your ability to overcome 10,000 people coming against you. Narcissists want you to see yourself through the lens of their brokenness. They don't just want to cause you pain. They want to smear your identity. It's your identity that they can't stand. You're a child of God. The devil is in them. The devil hates God. He hates that you authoritatively reflect God in your words. That's your identity. So the narcissist is going to attack that. I lived with a narcissist once. Boy, he knew how to do it. He would insult me every morning right to my face. And it hurt so much. And he tried to make me think that everybody hated me and that I was looked down upon, a grasshopper. My identity was what he attacked. That's what they're going to do. More than physical pain, more than emotional pain. It's your ID, baby. The fused family, the fused system wants you to believe that you're only as valuable as their opinion of you. They all think alike. Peas in a pod. A fused system. Schizophrenic. Nobody has their own separate identity. It's all a tribe. And they want you to think like they think about you. Don't get sucked into that. The fact that everybody thinks alike. The human brain says, well, the majority view must be right. And I'm a minority of one. That can't be true. No, it's the opposite. All through history, the individual was right, the majority was wrong. Now, can you believe that? They never thought that their cruelty would trigger your awakening. But it brought you closer to God than ever before. They never expected that. The harder they hit your identity and your reputation, the more you woke up. They carved the escape route in your soul. They made you ready and apt to receive God's information how to get out. God rescued you that way. No matter what they say to you, it's a platform to get out and to become yourself. No matter what they call you, it makes you more aware of who you really are, which is the opposite to what they're saying. The human race is nothing but shifting sands of who's superior to who. They're uppity because some family they marry into, and now they look down on you. It's all about who's superior to who. Somebody got a great job, and the rest of the family, having no identity, get reflected glory from that other family member, and now they all side against you because they're part of the in crowd, the superior crowd. Shifting sands of the human race of who's superior to who. Get alone, rise above it, transcend the system. It's all bull. It's all a made-up drama, a biological need to feel superior in the human race, and it's always been that way. One day I discovered my worth was not through attachment or who I knew or whether or not I was chosen by people, but chosen by God. That's my identity. That's who I belong to. God. It has nothing to do with what people think of me. And as Jesus said, they hated me before they hated you. That's what he said. They hated him. The perfect man. God. So doesn't that prove something? Yes. You've just got to close your eyes to it and do your work with great devotion, knowing it will make it. If you don't let them bring you down, because they're going to try. I'll never forget the story of Christina Aguilera, a great singer. She and her mother had to leave town to escape the high school mean girls who were trying to kill her because they were so jealous of her gift. Yes, they are losers. They have no gift, or it's been submerged. So they're going to try and keep you down. Jealousy is the most common human emotion. Your pain was divine pressure. It didn't crush, but it refined you. You felt like it was going to crush you. Heartbreak, betrayal, being hurt, being gossiped about, being fired, having your reputation smeared, but it refined you. It's our loss of dignity, often public humiliation, that trains us better than anything. Winston Churchill, Ben Franklin, George Washington, they were publicly humiliated. It brought them to success. It's the greatest refiner. It's all forgotten. Forget about what happened. But it refines you. Nobody wants to lose their dignity, especially in public. But it will make you perfect. No matter what the obstacle, it refined you. Extreme situations make you adapt in a certain way. I had the most peculiar, extreme, weird situations, and in adapting to those, it became the new structure, my new DNA, who I am. And once you achieve an identity from overcoming an obstacle, it's there forever. Yes, God will put things in your path to adapt to, and you think, man, this is so bizarre, I can't adapt to this. But in adapting to it, it'll bring you to your new structure. That's who you are. Man is an adaptive animal. Like animals adapt in the wild, that brings on evolution of that species. It's the same with human. We have microevolution. We become different people in what we adapt to. Whether or not you believe in a macroevolution is another situation. I'm talking about in the life of a human being. He has peculiar adaptations that make him who he is. God's peculiar darling. Especially female culture. How petty. They'll put one up in order to put the other one down. Constant petty comparisons. Constant ways of leveling it off. They level things off. It's the greatest obstacle to female genius there is. Female culture. People will always try to make demands on you. They want what you have. They want access to you. They want to control you. They want attachment. They want reflected glory if you have it. The most important word in the vocabulary is no. No gives you your life back. No gives you time back. No gives you freedom from hurt. No gives you a perfect day. Because if it's just you, it is perfect. Saying no. The world wants you to say it's yes. The world wants you to do what it wants. You've got to come totally over and over again. No, no, no. Now, neurotics are yes, yes, yes. They're yes men and yes women. These are people who never get anywhere. They're losers. The top of the tower, the rich man is a no man. No, I cannot. I'm busy this morning. I have too much to do. No, no, no. Practice it over and over again. No, and no explanation. Or you can say, I'm busy. I have too much to do. You need your day back. You need your life back. Practice saying no. Most people grow up with a strange cocktail of the combination of guilt and grief. Grief for the emotional presence you never received, poor attachment, poor parenting, whatever, or growing up in a cold culture, a sick culture where there's no more attachment and you can be in a room full of people and nobody even notices you. Coldness. And we have guilt for living on the surface and, just this mild feeling that you don't fit, you've done something wrong. Guilt and grief. And it just goes along with us. I used to wake up with it. Guilt and grief. Once I realized this is a maladaptation in a modern world, or maybe a residue of poor parenting or previous systems, it helped a lot. Systems theory can relieve you of these feelings, knowing that it isn't something you did. And if it is something you did, you simply repent, and God remembers it no more. It's as far from east as from west, and he puts it in the bottom of the ocean with a sign, don't go fishing, don't relive it, it's over. That is the end of it. But guilt and grief, if it's your constant companion like it was mine, it is an obstacle. You want to be free of it. You want to enjoy everyday life. You want to have a cornucopia every day and wake up feeling good. Perhaps you should wake up with gratitude would be better. I find that gratitude substitutes these negative emotions. I wrote this in my journal when I was going through it. You've learned to shrink your needs, tuck them away. You see love as conditional, for performance only. The result, you've been used. Being used. How many are used, especially women, used? Don't be used. Used by God. And you don't have time to be used by people. If you want to help people, that's fine. If you want to get to people, that's fine. But deny demanders. People demand your time. And that they expect it. Get past expectations. No expectations. They expect women to serve them. A woman should serve who she wants to serve, not demanders. There's a big difference. Get past that and get yourself back. It's a reversal. You become the priestess, the queen, the king, after being a maladapted child of misfortune. You raised in a perhaps very poor family, maybe abused, beaten up, maybe the father's gone, divorce, all kinds of things happen in childhood. Okay, you flip to a new thing and you become the priestess. That's the archetypal change. Archetypes switch in life. You have the first life, you have the second life. And comes a time when you switch. Like, when you're young, you may accumulate a bunch of things. Stuff, clothing, or whatever, all kinds of stuff. You come to a moment where you get rid of it all. There's a switch. You become really penurious. And you like simplicity all of a sudden. You don't want all this stuff around you. It's a burden. That's what I'm talking about. You flip the switch from gangster to priest. From sinner to saint, from abandoned child to queen. And its opposites, enantiodromia. Everything converts to its opposite. That's individuation in Jung's terms. Allowing the false self to die so the true self can be born. Yes, let it die. It's false. Whether it be overgiving or the need for validation or letting people into your life because you fear being lonely or any of this, that's the false self. Let it die, die, die. Then the true self can be born. Talk about a broken heart. Breakdown is actually breakthrough. Yes, you break everything down to smithereens. Everything collapses. Now you got breakthrough. It has to be smashed first. It has to be eliminated first. And it may feel horrible. But then you have, aha, a new day. Vistas, beauty everywhere. You look totally different. A totally new identity. So wait for after the rain and the black clouds pass. Then you have a beautiful vista. That's the way it works.